Hello and welcome to another episode of Techfanaticofficial cryptocurrency series, your guide to the Cryptoverse. Of course, now the market is doing really bad and we had all the coins losing between 30 to 50% in the matter of, I guess, less than 2 months. But it was expected because the prices were going really up. And now we had, I guess, a big downfall. But that's where you realize where the projects are worthy of investment, where there are some good gaming projects, some good DeFi projects, some good Metaverse projects, and where you see some projects that probably were not a good decision to invest on. And that's why you need to do your own research always. Make sure you invest in projects with which good backers, with good gameplay, and also with good sort of metaverse gameplay, because at the moment metaverse is going to be the future, and I think battle of metaverse is going to be a big concept. Now moving on to that, I'm going to cover you Space Falcon, which is actually launching today, the token. And this is one of those high quality projects that you could hold for a long time because of the way they're building it and the strong partnerships that they have formed. I'm going to cover it, and they're going to launch in 5 hours from now. So by the time you see the video, the token might be already launched. So let's jump into the key detail. So they basically are built in the journey of gameplay of having two types. So they're going to have the 1980s retro galactic explorations, and then they have the storyline of the 2080, so 60 years from now, the time travel. And then they have the contrast and difference between the 100 years time, and the strategy is basically for players in the metaverse to build an empire, complete different levels, collect the NFTs in the different galaxies that exist. And the metaverse has a Falcon metaverse, of course. They have a Falcon mission. So in the metaverse, basically there's a game involved. The Falcon mission is the classic space shooter game, and when you enter the ecosystem, they have the space shooter with 10 different stages. And the spaceships that you have are basically tradable as NFT items. So you can have the ownerships as NFTs. The other item they have is the Falcon Galaxies. So you can own the galaxies, and by completing important missions in the galaxy, you basically get rewarded and you can use them as NFT for your trading. Having those galaxies also help you as a player to be a part of the economy and revenue sharing, because you have to pay tax as a player when you visit different galaxies that exist in the metaverse. So it is not just the gameplay, it's a whole metaverse, that the gaming is a part of the metaverse. And they have a meta ground. So that's more of a trading mission for all the critical assets that exist. And they're saying that think of it as like a bar in a space with an immersive VR experience. You can have an engaging one. So you can have advertisements, spaceship upgrades, just like how you have a bar but in a space basically. And they have a VR technology, which I'm going to cover more. So as you see, there's the 1980 and then there's the 2080, more futuristic. And they have 10 missions across the different periods. So they have the time travel basically 1980s, and then the futuristic sci-fi version of 2080. And of course, you use the NFTs to travel between the two generations, basically like liquid gold. In the meta ground, this is a VR, virtual reality experience. Again, another unique selling point for the project. They've basically gathered the crew in a meta ground to engage in different discussions, trading activities for the galaxies. And then they also have that VR experience when you can basically have an adventure to go and interact with other players for the resources that exist within the gameplay. Now, in the game, you have the in-game story mode. So with the story mode, like any other game, you've got that engaging story, you've got multiple levels, and you challenge to get better in terms of your scoring. And the players get rewarded via the tokens, the Falcon tokens and the NFTs with additional gameplay. And there's a leaderboard. So the leaderboard is a presentation of the levels from the beginner all the way for the better players to get better rewards. Of course, the higher you are ranked and you're tallied up in the leaderboard, you are incentivized more, and they have a monthly and weekly tally for that. Now, they basically have the extraterrestrial land ownership, card exploration, and then they have the gameplay, duration, and scoring. Before I jump into the roadmap, I would like to also cover more about the unique selling points. So as you can see, they've already got 5,000 users. They've got 62,633 minutes of play. That's more of the beta version. They're part of the Metaplex in Solana space, which is very important. I think you should research this, the whole NFT and Metaverse space of Metaplex. And they actually have a gameplay that you can try now. So if you go here, they're using Unreal Engine, and you could do a customization. So you can play here in full screen. You can start, if I play space, I could actually start playing the game right now. And if I want to change, I could change the background to the red sky. I could change the background to Athena, to Phantom. So it's something actually you can go all the way to the website right now and you can play it. You get the score stage. And remember, this is just the beginning, just to give you an idea that the game is in development and what backgrounds you have. You can see the leaderboards of how many minutes someone played and the scoring as well for the leaderboard and the stages that they are at. So it is already there for you. And they are working on the Web3 for the real-time multiplayer support. And in Q2, there's going to be basically more behind it. So that's one of the unique selling points, that they have the VR experience, they have the gaming experience, they have the NFT experience, as well as the whole metaverse built for people who are interested in more of the galaxy battle type of work. And they have a mission play as well as the metaverse play. Now, I also would like to show you the demo for this. So if you go to their website, or if you go to the YouTube channel, they both have a lot of demos here. So I would like to play one of the demos that they just recently brought in. And it's really cool graphics that they have. I can't show the whole thing because of the duration of the video. But as you can see, that's the VR experience. And that's where you were in the battleship and you're gonna go into war between different galaxies and fight with the different items in different planets basically and different galaxies. And they've also recently just released a demo for the web-based multiplayer game. So this is a very initial view that you can see on how the multiplayer game is going to look like, how the galaxy is going to look like, how the building is going to look like. But it looks really cool. It looked like a really nice game, and you can see all the elements you need basically from a game. And here also it's showing the ranking and your points and your wallet. So if you're interested to know how the play to earn mechanism works, all of them is here. I highly recommend you to watch the video because it has a really, really impressive gameplay as well as a graphic for this one. Now, for the roadmap, in Q4, so a couple of months ago, they had the play to earn web-based game live. They had the leaderboard. They planned the IDO in December, but it's now in January because of the market condition. And they're focusing on core community building and the Twitch gameplay. In this quarter, and some of them is happening earlier, they're gonna release by March the mobile version for Android and iOS. They're gonna have the staking as soon as the token is launched in the next few weeks. They're gonna have both VR and AR integration. And they're gonna have the Phantom wallet integration in Solana for the in-game NFTs. So you're gonna have most of the functionalities in Q1, whereas in Q2, they're gonna focus more on the Unity version of the game. So better graphics and also advanced weaponry and spaceships. And then they need to improve the ownership for the NFT for more smooth gameplay. And they also have the multiplayer and lobby creation for people to be able to play against each other. So that's more of the roadmap. In terms of the play to earn, this is just more of an introduction of how Axie Infinity is growing and how the Solana play to earn gaming is growing. So as I mentioned, they have the Metaplex, which you can launch your NFT from your storefront, and they're going to have multiple wallet integrations. And then they use Stardust as a way to create the NFTs in the game. So they got all the right partners that you need in the Solana space. In terms of the community growth, I'll touch on to that. But first, I want to talk about the token utility and the tokenomics. So the token utility, you can use it for NFT purchase. You can use it for liquidity provision. And it's also the ownership in game. it's a deflationary NFT. So it means for completing the levels and rare spaceships, you will basically have to purchase those NFTs. You can use it for upgrades and rare spaceships. And you could use it as a liquid asset to upgrade yourself. In terms of the secondary market that they have, so there will be a staking pool for liquidity. And the pools are not going to be run by Space Falcon. There's going to be a lot of different options. So you could do staking, or you could use it for LP, basically, which is having two different tokens. And you need to be careful about the impairment and loss. So do your own research on that. In terms of the land, you can own the land, the virtual land in the game. And people basically pay you tax in F Gold or Falcon Gold currency if you're an owner of one of these lands, basically. Now, the token utility also goes to the gameplay duration, top performance, and rewarding stage. So they also reward you and incentivize you if you're playing for a longer time, if you refer more players to come, if you make the game basically more fun for everyone with more user adoption, because user adoption is key for any gaming project and metaverse project to grow. Top performance, as I showed you, there's a leaderboard. The top performance will get the biggest rewards in the form of a bonus token. Again, more effort, more rewards for you. And for engagement, when the stage is completed, the Falcon tokens will be used for the top players, and they're gonna be given on weekly basis. There's two tokens in the economy. So there is the Falcon and the Falcon Gold. Falcon is the native utility token, which I just explained what the utility is. It's more for unlocking the access for the in-game features, the paid version. And it is also to help you grow the in-game virtual economy and give the standard for everyone to be able to unlock different levels and different maps so people can enjoy playing the game. It can also be used for staking, and users for staking will get rewarded with Falcon coin, but also we get more advantages from the F Gold currency. They have the Falcon Gold standard, which is more of the metaverse itself. So in the metaverse, they're going to use the Falcon Gold as the currency of choice. And it's basically for transactions in the metaverse, purchases that happen there in the land, and the tax in the land, in-game duties, passages that you have to pay on the toll roads in the game. And it's going to be available and spendable in the metaverse. It's not going to be tradable in any external market. But you could use it to get an NFT. And when you get those rare NFTs, you could then trade that in the marketplace to get more Falcon tokens. So there is a way to get from here to here, or vice versa. So Falcon Gold, as we mentioned, is the in-game currency. I think this is just a repeat of what I mentioned. And that's basically showing you how the in-game currency is going to work. So you're going to have the Falcon token in the exchange, Solana, and also in a centralized exchange. You buy and sell it in your Falcon account, and you're going to have Falcon account has Falcon Gold, how many assets you have, and how much Solana you have as the gas. Now you use that basically to use the Falcon Gold for any upgrades you have to do, or you play the game to earn Falcon Gold. And then you can use the Falcon and Falcon Gold conversion in the facility. So the Falcon Gold is for upgrades in the marketplace for your spaceships, weapons, galaxies, and planets. Also, you could use Falcon itself to trade for NFTs. And then your NFTs could be used in the marketplace to be exchanged for Falcon tokens if you want to make an income from this. Now, let's check the tokenomics as well, as that's one of the key important points. And you can see in the website, so much design and so much work has been going behind this. Really impressive. Here is the token distribution. So in terms of tokenomics, 15% is for the token sale for public, private, as well as the seed round, 16% for the team, liquidity 5%, community and partnership is 19%. So I would say that's more of a marketing and community, and advisors have 7%. 2% is going to be airdrop for different events, and rewards and yield farming is going to be 36%. Total supply of the coin is 20 billion. At the public sale price, the token is going to be 0.02. So 1/5 of a cent. At a private sale is even lower than that, so 0.0016 or almost 20% cheaper. Seed round is 70% cheaper than the public, and it's almost, or 80%, and almost 25% cheaper than the private sale. Now, seed round has a vesting schedule of 5%. There's 2 months that they have to wait for the cliff, and then they'll get a linear distribution over 15 months. For private tokens, you'll get 10% on TG. There'll be a 1-month cliff for you as a private investor, and then the linear release over 12 months. So in 1 year, you get all the tokens. Public sale, there's no lock. They can get everything on the TG, so that's good for them. In terms of initial market cap and fully diluted value, so fully diluted value for this token is $40 million, which is, I would consider, the medium range. So it is a game and Metaverse, and Metaverse is costly. So that's why the diluted market cap is higher than the usual 25 to 30 for a GameFi. Initial supply is 540 million out of the total of 20 billion. And the initial market cap, so I think that's around 2.5%. Initial market cap is $1.1 million, which is reasonable. Now, in terms of the team and backers, that's the part I always like to focus on more. Who's behind this project, who's in the team. So you can see all the crew behind this project here. They all have LinkedIn. They've got example of their previous work. They've worked in well-known companies previously. They have blockchain experience, and you can contact them as well. So the team is not anonymous. You can see the CEO here. I just opened it here, and he's basically been working on this project for a few months now. Previously, he's been a front-end engineer for a different company and also developing applications. So he has a fair bit of experience in the startup space in multiple companies, especially in the Vietnam area. They've got Lynn as their, I think she's the chief operating officer. Let's check. Head of operation or chief operating officer, same thing. So she works for Space Falcon, but also in Roseon Finance, also for the operation side of things. And she's very well known and experienced in this space. And they also have a very well experienced marketing person. So the team is relatively experienced outside the blockchain and in blockchain. Advisors, I've covered him before in another project, so you probably know him. And Alan is the, I think, CEO of Roseon Finance or Roseon Project, which also has a VC behind it. So he knows a lot of projects and he's working on developing many gameplay. So these are very good advisors to have. Investors in the project. The first one, very important one, is Solar Eco Fund. So that means the project is backed basically by the big players in the Solana space. And that's one thing you need to notice. There was a project a month ago, and I didn't do a video because I wasn't sure if it's a good project. And they didn't have any, it was in Solana, but it didn't have any big Solana player in it. And I was like, I'm not sure if that's going to do well. And I was right. And I did invest, but you make wrong decisions, in life. So with Space Falcon, you don't have this issue. You have the big players in the Solana space invested in the project. You've got Lavender, which is well connected to the Roseon projects invested. You've got Maven Capital, OKX Blockchain Ventures, which also has a connection to the OKX centralized exchange. They've got Peach Capital, Mangus, ZBS, XNet, which is in a lot of game projects. They've got M6 and Good Games Lab. So there's a lot of relatively good VCs behind it, and not many pool VCs, or not at all. I think maybe 1 or 2. So that's really good because you don't want that. You want high quality VCs. And when I talked with the CEO, he was really focusing on having top level VC and partners behind the project. In terms of partnerships, they have Solana, Raydium, Solace. So Raydium is the exchange. Solana, Solana. Solace is recently launched, and it's more of a metaverse play. Really, really bullish project. They've done really well. Actually launched a couple of weeks ago in a bad market, and they did really well. Metaplex as well, I just explained. Roseon Finance, again, I just explained before. They got Stardust and SonarWatch. So they're partnered with all the technology in Solana space to make sure there's cheap gas fee, the NFTs are going to be used without any hiccups, and also the game is going to run smoothly. So I really like the VC and backers that they've got. Now, the project's already launched, but before that, I'm going to cover the social media aspect. So they've got 192,000 people on their Twitter space, and they're followed by many big players. They're quite active also in other social media. So they've got Telegram group for Turkey, Indonesia, China, and Vietnam, which are most active countries in crypto. They've got really big following in Discord, very big following in the English channel as well, and in their Medium channel. They already got a fair bit of subscriber on their YouTube. And also, I'm not sure how updated this is, but as you can see, that's probably, yeah, that's maybe 10-20% less than what it is now. But you can see over 100K followers on Telegram, almost 200K followers on Twitter, over 5K in Medium, over 90K in Discord. And yeah, that's really huge. It means the game has a lot of people looking forward to it, the Metaverse space. Now, they also provide really nice updates with videos and graphics. So they give you all the hype you need to look forward to this project. They've launched in a few launchpads. So they were in Moonstarter. They did their private sale as well for community in the Roseon Finance, which is a very good launchpad to have a look at. They've done the small sale on Raydium itself. So people participated in the Raydium pool today for 250 million Falcon tokens. And they're going to also go and have a world premiere on Kucoin tonight. So having them on Kucoin is also a really bullish thing to have. So let's go back to here. In terms of the launchpad, they've already, as I mentioned, the launchpad session is already completed. So now you can buy it on Solana chain soon using Raydium, or you can buy it on Kucoin, depending on you prefer to buy it on the centralized exchange or the decentralized exchange. On the token generation, the token generation is today. If nothing changes, there might always be changes, but if nothing changes, 12 UTC, 25th of January. So there's a timer on their website as well in less than 5 hours. By the time you watch this video, it might already be launched, but 25th of January is when Kucoin is going to basically put this project. And then they're going to also be listed on Raydium. Now, you can see the details. I'm going to put it as well on my YouTube channel on what you need to be able to participate in the Kucoin sale for this token. And if you don't have a Kucoin account, you can build one very quickly and participate. In terms of the last bit market sentiment, look, the market's still not well. And on the 25th, 26th, there's going to be more discussions on if they're going to increase the rates, the federal government in the US, and also maybe people will be more interested to invest in bonds. So today and tomorrow is quite a key time to see, but blockchain is not going to go anywhere if the project has good backbone, and crypto is here for many years and will be for many years. And last year, 2021, was the first year that people actually started using it for gaming, metaverse play, and also the DeFi that came in 2020. So I'm pretty bullish on this project. I am not going to speculate on what pricing the token is going to have, but because of the market sentiment, it would be a very good idea for you to have at least have a review of the project. And if you do your own research and you're happy with what you see, maybe invest, because this is one of those projects that has all the aspects of what we need in the future. It has the metaverse, it's on a good blockchain network, and it's also having a good gameplay. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have any questions about Space Falcon, make sure you put it in a comment, or you can email me and I can get in touch with the team and give you more information. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you like the video, also share it with your friends. Thanks for watching this video and good luck with this project. See you next time.